Hello dear students, welcome to ICS Mahesh PU College Dharwad. We are here to solve the question paper, that is model question paper of the biology subject and the questions which are involved in the question paper with the biology subject. I am Sridhar G. Kulkarni, biology faculty in ICS Mahesh PU College. So let us start with the questions of biology concept in the question paper, that is model question paper 1. So the question number 67 in the model question paper 1 of biology subject is the process that helps in absorption of upward movement of the water and minerals dissolved in it from root to the levels in plants is a question. So options given for this question is which is a process which is helping in transfer of the water and minerals. Option A, respiration. Option B, transpiration. Option C, photosynthesis, and option D, translocation. So here to students, so transfer of the water and minerals which are taking place inside the xylem vessel. We can see that here in this wonderful picture we observe that the movement of water is taking place in every xylem vessel inside the tissues or the xylem vessels. So the movement, this particular movement of the water and minerals inside the xylem vessel is known as the transpiration process. It is known as the transpiration process. Transpiration is a process of movement of water in xylem and in the vessels of different plants. So the right answer for this question is transpiration. The right answer will be transpiration. Let us go to the next question. The next question is that is 68th question. The correct pathway of oxygenated blood coming out from the lungs to the heart in the human body. So here they are going to give 4 options for you. The 4 options what are, as the A is pulmonary arteries to right ventricle, from right ventricle to right atrium, and pulmonary arteries to right atrium, from right atrium to right ventricle, and C option is pulmonary veins, from pulmonary veins to left ventricle and left atrium, and D option is pulmonary veins, from pulmonary veins the left atrium to left ventricle. As we all know that by looking at the structure of heart, we can understand the concept that the heart is a tissue or heart is a particular structure which is made up of 4 chambers. It is made up of basically 4 chambers. We know that the upper 2 chambers are called as atriums and lower 2 chambers are called as ventricles. Here we can observe that at the right side of the heart, there is always on the upper side the entry of the blood from superior and inferior vena cava, where it enters into the right ventricle. From the right ventricle it goes to the lungs, and inside the lungs this particular blood which enters from the right ventricle, it gets oxygenated and comes back to the heart from left atrium. From the left atrium, it enters into the left atrium. It enters into the left atrium. From the pulmonary veins, we call, from the pulmonary veins, and from pulmonary veins it enters into the left atrium. From there, from the chamber, it enters into the left ventricle. So the movement of the blood flow, that is the movement of oxygenated blood flow from the lungs, is into the left atrium and through the left ventricle. From the left ventricle it enters into the aorta. So the right answer out of 4 here is the oxygenated blood. It enters from pulmonary veins to the left atrium, from left atrium to left ventricle. So the right answer will be D. So the right answer here is D. Let us see the next question, which is given over here. The 69th question, it tells that the hormone that regulates carbohydrate, protein, fat metabolism in the human body is? Four options given as the testosterone hormone, as the adrenaline hormone, as thyroxine hormone, and an insulin hormone. So here we can understand by logic that in our body there are different types of hormones which are released. In all of them, the carbohydrate is mainly, it is managed, the glucose level in our blood is managed by the hormone known as insulin. So insulin is the hormone which is synthesized by the pancreas present in our digestive system, or it is connected to our digestive system. So pancreas is containing a specialized type of tissues, a specialized type of cells we can say. Those specialized type of cells are known as the islets of Langerhans. Those islets of Langerhans, they are secreting a type of hormone known as insulin. Insulin is the key hormone which opens the cellular component to absorb the glycogen or the absorption of the sugar level inside the cell. So by doing that, it regulates the carbohydrate level inside the blood. Along with that, it also helps in absorption and it also maintains the protein and fat metabolism inside the body. So here insulin is one of the key important hormone which maintains carbohydrate, protein, fat metabolism inside the body. So deficiency of this insulin, it causes diabetes mellitus. What it causes? Diabetes mellitus we call in layman language we call it as sugar, right? So it causes sugar. Deficiency of insulin, it causes sugar. So the right answer out of 4 is D, that is sugar. Sugar level is maintained, carbohydrate is maintained by the hormone known as insulin. Then the next question we have as most mismatched pair among the following. Please do that. Most mismatched pair among the following. Option A, adrenaline, pituitary gland. Option B, testosterone, testis. Option C, insulin, pancreas. And option D, thyroxine, thyroid gland. So by looking at 4 options, we can easily identify that here testosterone is a hormone which is synthesized by the testis. It is right. Testosterone is a male androgen which regulates or which produces all the male characters inside the male body. So this testosterone, it is produced by the testis. Insulin, as just we have told that insulin is a hormone which is synthesized by the pancreas. And thyroxine is a hormone synthesized by the gland called as thyroid gland. Thyroid and parathyroid, they are the glands which are synthesizing thyroxine and parathyroxine hormones. And only one thing which remains here is adrenaline is a hormone. It is an emergency hormone, we call it as adrenaline is a hormone which is synthesized by the adrenal glands which are present on the kidneys. It is synthesized by the adrenal glands which are present on the kidneys. It is called as emergency hormone. The adrenaline is synthesizing or it is synthesized by the adrenal glands which are present on the kidney. So the right answer is A, as it is a wrong match or it is a mismatch. So we are asked to find out the mismatch which is present among these. So this is a mismatch, which is adrenaline which is synthesizing the pituitary gland. It is a mismatch. So we have to send the answer as option A. Is right? Then coming to the next question. The next question here we have is quite interesting. It is 71st question, which is the part of human brain responsible for precision, voluntary actions and maintaining the posture and the balance of the body. So ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಯಾವ ಅಂಗ, ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಯಾವ ಅಂಗ ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಾಲಂಟರಿ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರಿಸಿಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಕ್ಯುರಸಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನಿಂದ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ನ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಸ್ಟಿಫ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಿಫ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಾಡಿಯನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನಿಂದ, ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 options which they have given as pons viroli, it is called as pons viroli, pons, cerebrum, hypothalamus and cerebellum are the 4 options which are given over here. So these are all the different parts which are present inside the brain. These are all the different parts which are present inside the brain, where we can see that the pons viroli is a area which is present at the stem, it is present at the stem part, and the cerebrum is present at the upper part, and hypothalamus is present in the middle part of the brain. Here cerebellum is the area which is present at the back, which helps in maintaining all these different actions. The different actions such as voluntary action, precision, maintaining the posture and the balance of the body. So the right answer in all of them will be cerebellum. The right answer will be cerebellum. Let us come to the next question, dear students. The 72. A pathogen that causes gonorrhea and syphilis. There are 2 diseases they have given. A pathogen that causes gonorrhea and syphilis transmitted through the sexual contact. What it is actually? Which kind of pathogen it is? What they are asking here is which kind of pathogen it is. Here they are giving 4 options as: is it a protozoa, is it a bacteria, is it a virus, is it a fungus? They are asking which type of pathogen it is which causes gonorrhea and maybe syphilis. So gonorrhea and syphilis, these are the diseases which can be transmitted through the sexual contact. These are the diseases which can be transmitted through the sexual contact of male and female. If any one of them, if they are having any of these diseases, they may be transferring from one person to another person. So this is a disease which is caused by the bacteria, which is called as the Diplococcus bacteria. So gonorrhea is caused by Neisseria gonorrhoeae. The disease known as Neisseria gonorrhoeae. It is caused by the bacteria called as Neisseria gonorrhoeae. So it is caused by the type of bacteria which are induced by the sexual contact with the person. So the right answer from out of 4 will be the bacteria. Let us come to the next question. The next question here we have as the correct sequence. We have to identify the correct sequence which is present in this. The correct sequence found in process of sexual reproduction in flower is. Which is the correct sequence which is present here? Either pollination is first, or fertilization, or embryo, or seed. Either seed, embryo, fertilization and pollination, or an embryo, seed, pollination and fertilization, or pollination, fertilization, seed and embryo. So the correct sequence which is present here is as the pollination is the one which takes place after the formation of the flower, where flower is formed. In that the pollinators, they come and pollinate, and later on after the pollination the fertilization takes place. The fertilization takes place and fertilization lead to the embryo formation, whereas embryo lead to the seed formation. So the right sequence which is present here is pollination, fertilization, embryo and seed formation. So the right answer will be A. Then come to the next question. 74th question we have as the part of plant, that seed that grows and develops into the root on germination. So which is a part of plant they are asking, which is a part of that root particular they are asking, they are concentrating towards the root. Which is a part of root which grows towards the root first, which is growing as a root here. So 4 options they have given as cotyledon, endosperm, radicle and seed coat. So here radicle is the structure, it is a root part which is growing first from the seed, which grows into hypocotyle, and later on seed coat, it comes out of the seed, and cotyledons, they separate where the plant growth takes place. So radicle is the right answer here. Then coming to the next question, we have the question 75th question here. The experiences of an individual, the experiences of an individual during its lifetime, any organism, if you take humans also, the experiences of humans, the experiences of an individual during its lifetime cannot be passed on its progeny, because they are, which kind of heritable traits they are, which kind of traits they are asking. What they are asking here actually, they are asking regarding the experiences which are present in our body, they cannot be transferred to our next generation. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ತಾನಾಗೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬರ್ತದ? ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. So here is a chart which explains these two differences between the heritable variation and non-heritable variation. What do you mean by heritable variation? The characteristics or the changes which are capable of transferring from one person to another person are heritable variation, and non-heritable variation are the one which are not capable of transferring from one person to another person. Here the heritable variation can produce changes because they are present in a sex cells. They can be transferred into the sex cells, so they are called heritable variations. Example, height. And here non-heritable variations are the one which are taking place in the somatic cells. So they are not capable of transferring from one person to another person. Example, if the person is having a weight, he is having a weight, or if the person is having a capacity, power, the power cannot be transferred from the father to child. It cannot be transferred. So such kind of activities cannot be transferred. Such kind of the characters, traits cannot be transferred from one person to another person. They are acquired by himself. So these kind of characters are acquired traits. They are all acquired traits. So the right answer will be B. The next question we have, as analogous organs have. So what they are, how they are defined, how the analogous organs defined. Either they are having same structure and same function. If the organs are having same structure and same function, if their organs are having some same structure and different function, if they are having different structure and same function, if they are having different structure and different function. What they are actually? So the right answer as the analogous organs are the one which are originated from different structure but having the same function. So the right answer will be having the different structure, the organs which are having different structure and having the same function. For example, we have wings of the bird, wings of the bat and wings of the butterfly. So in all of these three, the wings are the one which are common, which are useful as to fly in the sky. So these are all useful in the movement of the organism. Whereas all of these different organisms, they are having wings but which are originated from different structures inside the body. So the right answer is the organs which are having different structures and have a same functions they are called as the analogous organs. The organs are known as analogous organs. Coming to the next question here, we have the 77th question. As ozone layer is formed from the oxygen at the higher level of the atmosphere by the action of. So what do you observe here? How it is formed? There are four options they are giving. As it is formed by the X-rays, it is formed by the ultraviolet radiation, it is formed by the infrared radiation, as well as it may be formed by the radio waves. So the right answer for this one is the oxygen which combine together when the ultraviolet radiation falls on that, it forms the formation of ozone layer. It helps in the formation of the ozone layer. So the right answer will be ultraviolet radiation. The right answer here is the ultraviolet radiation. And the last question we have as the product that cannot more be used for the original purpose but use it for the same awesome useful purpose. So here ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮರು ವಿನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಥವಾ ಮರು ಜೋಡಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರೀಸೈಕಲ್, ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್, ರೀಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ repurpose. The right answer for this one is repurpose, as we can use the materials for different purposes. The usage of these materials for different purposes which are not used for their original purpose, which are not used for their original purpose. Here we have the wonderful picture where the tires are used. This kind of usage we call it as the repurpose. So dear students, these are some of the questions from biology department and the biology questions which are present in your science question paper. So let us continue the study. We'll study it well and score well. Thank you very much.